Hi there, Cancers. It's me, Priscilla B, and welcome. Oh my gosh, it's kind of lagging a little bit. So I'm not really sure what's going on with this, but okay, there we go. All right, cool. I'm here with my daughter Luna. She happens to be a Cancer, so she's gonna be assisting me today. What card do you have there, Luna? Yeah, we're using the Witch's Tarot. So that's the Ace of Wands. This is the Death card. And then we have the Knight of Wands as well. Yeah, I mean, this is a strong message here. It's like death is bringing in the Knight of Wands. It's almost like the shadow version of the Knight of Wands. It's like what happens when, you start to transform your life and start to go in a new direction. And that brings in wonderful, amazing things and opportunities here. And I feel like that's the way to view this situation is even though you have to sort of like be like death riding in on this horse and kind of scaring people a little bit there, okay, Cancer? You are doing it in a way that is very like noble and I feel like regal and just like you're not holding back anymore. And it's scary because this is new for you. Obviously, transformation is scary in general, but like once you get used to the idea of like having to transform things in everyday life, then it's going to become sort of more of a normal for you. And I feel like that's like what you're being prepared for. That's what like the universe is sort of mentally and emotionally preparing you for is like sometimes you have to be that person that like steps in a room or you know enters into a situation or a challenge with that in mind that you're going to come out a new person, just like the butterfly is the symbol of transformation and metamorphosis. That's you, Cancer. You're changing, and you're starting off as a knight going on a quest, but you're what's underneath that, like um armor or vest. I'm getting vest, but really what's like under that armor is this very like um strong fiery force that can be very scary to a lot of people, like but you can go into the pits of hell, like the most worst environments, and come out stronger. And even the young boy here is holding up flowers for you and saying, "Thanks for coming and saving the day." Like the little boy is not scared, okay, and you are not scared of nurturing yourself and loving yourself and protecting yourself. And other people, when they see that fierce protective nature inside you, Cancer, obviously they're like a lot of people are going to be scared, a lot of people are going to be terrified. Those usually are the people that are like not usually rooting for you, but the people who are rooting for you are going to be like, wow, look how changed and transformed Cancer is. It's like a beautiful butterfly coming out of the chrysalis. It's these just it's like the final stand. I'm getting like the final stand, right? Okay. And then we have the Judgment card, okay? So, the title of this is really basically, your timeless dream love reading. But as I reveal cards, I'll get a bigger idea of like what the overall theme is here going to be for you, okay, Cancer? Yeah, a lot of wands, King of Wands as well. I just feel like I really had to take out my Witch's Tarot cards because there's so much happening here. I feel like on a spiritual level, you have the Queen of Swords. You have this very spiritualistic side to you, very like connected to your culture and where you come from. And there's music here, but there's also a sense of warrior. Okay, like you could be using your we don't always necessarily need to be like a warrior, right? In today's society, that can, we're not. It's not the Renaissance time, right? It's not medieval times. Like it's not like, people are, coming after you in a very like, old fashioned hostile way. Now it's more about like business, right? It's more money. It's more financial aspects to it. But some could say that that's like a form of also like spiritual warfare, where it's like somebody's attacking you for your spirituality and you're not attacking them for their beliefs, but they're attacking you, and they're using religion or differences of religion or differences of cultural background. So that is still people being attacked. It's just in more of a business aspect and less of a you know, old fashioned, you know, swords and gunfighting type fashion, right? So, because that was the thing back then. So now you have King of Wands, okay? So again, a wise leader, okay? Someone who has a lot of knowledge and information that they can share. It's like your future self. It's like once you go through the death, the transformation here, then you're going to become the king, okay? And also I'm getting like the sense that this could be like an older and younger masculine that are like, they're having some kind of inner conflict, subliminal inner conflict, and I don't think it's somehow putting you in a very like precarious position that you didn't ask to be in, but yet you're finding yourself in it, and its judgment is here to be like, whoa, Cancer, we gotta be use some good judgment on this situation, okay, right now, because the scales are a little bit this way, a little bit that way. It's like we want the scales to be balanced, okay? We want things to be evened out, but like here we find ourselves with like a sort of projection of negative energy and conflict being thrown at you, Cancer, okay? So I think there's two different things happening right now. But we have the Ace of Pentacles, okay? We have emotional fulfillment here, okay? So there is a sense that you're not completely finding yourself empty without anything in this situation emotionally, but you are like seeing how things are being dealt with, and you're like, there's a lot of denial happening. I find like there's a lot of denial. There's a lot of denial of accountability. There's a lot of childish behavior. I don't know, like, then we get the wheel of the year, okay? The wheel of the year. So usually I start this reading off by reading you like a mindful soul card, which I have like gemstones and crystal cards, and I'll pick 3 and I'll read them for you. And I feel like I had to do the, whoa, Luna, what are you doing? Luna's getting a close-up. You getting a close-up? You're squeezing me in. Okay. She loves playing with the table. She's very strong. What's up? You want me to hold you? So let's see here. So up first, I have this green one. Okay, this is Jade. Okay, Jade is purity, good luck, and prosperity. Element Earth, chakra heart. Admired for ages, Jade has been a symbol of mysticism, purity, and serenity throughout history. Its significance is particularly cherished in China, where it's considered a symbol of good luck and an amulet for attracting abundance and well-being. All right, so we have Jade is valued for its practical uses. Its natural coolness makes it sought after tool in skincare. Okay, those are those like jade rolly things. I had one of those. They're really good. While jade is commonly known for its various shades of green, it can also be found in colors such as red. Oh, what's wrong matter, Luna? Okay. So, while jade is commonly known for its various shades of green, it can also be found in colors such as red, white, brown, lavender, purple, and orange. When to use it as a skincare tool during manifestation practices and meditation. Where to put it. Wear it as jewelry to carry its good luck energy with you wherever you go. Special care. Avoid exposing it to harsh chemicals, extreme temperatures, or direct sunlight. I am a lucky person. Good things just keep happening to me all the time. Oh, I love that, Cancer. Yeah, I mean, the wheel of the year, it's like, you know that there is some judgments here, okay? And I feel like you are sitting there like, the only person that can judge me is myself, okay? At the end of the day, the only person that can judge any of us is ourselves. So when you get that feeling of judgment and it's being projected onto you, it is not a great energy. to be in, honestly. And I feel like you have recently had that projected onto you. And I also feel like you're dealing with sort of an immature, sort of masculine, and then you're dealing with like a someone who is mature, but they're also like they need to deal with immaturity and not like force you to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, again, it's like we're dealing with that sort of kind of just like energy. There's no other way to put it. It's like this younger masculine is someone you know and you're very close to, and they are somebody who just does not take a lot of accountability, and they try to project a lot of these things that should be dealt with like as a team or a team effort onto you. But now I'm like venturing into maybe like the scope of your love life. Okay. So yeah, the wheel of the year. It's like there are many different things happening here. We've got pentacles, we've got cups, we've got wands, we've got the sword. Okay, so the wand looks like summer here, the season of summer. The sword is spring, and the cup is autumn, and then you have the pentacle, which is winter. So a lot of seasonal changes, a lot of different things happening for you all at once. And that's why I think you need the Ace of Cups more than ever right now, because it's like you need to know that you're secure, mentally, emotionally, but that's easier said than done, right? When you're dealing with people throwing a lot of judgments at you, and you constantly have to bring in, like, you know, the power of your guardian angel to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You need to step back and leave Cancer alone and let them, you know, process everything that's just happened, because it's kind of a shock. I'm not gonna lie, a death, transformation, like that's a huge shock. So we also have here the energy of the Sunstone. Okay, so we have Jade and the Sunstone. Happiness, vitality, good luck. So you do have good luck on your side here, which is always nice to have that energy coming in for you. But let's look deeper here. We have the element of fire, okay, creativity, passion. We have the chakra, the solar plexus, crafted from an harmonious blend of hematite and zeolite. Sunstone radiates an unmistakable, cheerful aura. Although initially discovered in Norway with strong ties to Viking history, this stone is now sourced globally. Its spiritual significance is primarily associated with its uplifting energy, believed to tap into the very power of the sun. When in darkness, Sunstone brings light and moments of coldness. It imparts warmth. Feeling fatigued, this stone acts as an energizing boost. So, this stone acts as an energizing boost regardless of the challenge. Sunstone serves not just as a dose of positivity, but as a reassuring reminder that everything will be all right. When to use it: before situations that require confidence, when feeling tired and during affirmations. Where to put it: in your pocket, purse, as a jewelry to carry its uplifting energy everywhere. Special care: Sunstone can be sensitive to extreme temperature changes and harsh chemicals. Today I am choosing to be happy. Okay, so I think that's important to remember here, Cancer, because you know you are calling in protective energies, because you are feeling a lot of judgments being projected your way, and this is due to your transformation, and everyone being like, why does Cancer get this big transformation? Why does Cancer get this big, you know, level up and this and that? And it's like, well, because I did the work. Well, because I actually put in the energy and the effort, and I deserve to feel rewarded for that. But this other immature energy, it's not giving you the respect you deserve, like the acknowledgement you deserve. And it's also in denial about how it forced you into a position you didn't ask to be in. You know, we always find ourselves in these positions we don't ask to be in, but yet we find ourselves in them. And then we start questioning, like, why am I the one who has to deal with this? And the answer is that other people are not being responsible, and they're not doing their fair share or their fair part, and they're putting it all on you. And you're like, yeah, that's not cool. But then you're forced to deal with things. And then once you do start dealing with them, people get annoyed because they see you doing what you've always been doing, but now you're more vocal about it. Now you're more public about it. And they're like, well, I always knew that cancer was somebody who actually tried, but it just sucks that, like, you know, I have to be the one that sees that, like, all these other immature people are not acting that way. And it's like, now you know my world. Now you know my life. Now you know how I feel. Right, Cancer? So it sucks, but, you know, things got to get done. Black onyx, protection, self-control, grounding, element earth, chakra root. Onyx, a form of chalcedony, is believed to possess potent protective qualities. According to legend, even Cleopatra valued its strong protective powers, keeping the stone close. While recognized as a formidable shield, black onyx offers more than just protection. Similar to other black stones, onyx is said to absorb negative and toxic energy, serving as a talisman for good fortune. Additionally, onyx is considered a stone of willpower and strength. Its grounding attributes are believed to boost both self-confidence and self-control, aiding in making wise decisions and achieving personal goals. When to use it. When setting and working towards goals, breaking bad habits, and during workouts. Where to put it. Place it near your front door as a reminder of your intentions as you enter or leave. Special care. Use a soft, damp cloth to clean it and avoid harsh chemicals. I am the master of my impulses and decisions. Yeah. So, again, that's like kind of why you're seeing like this immature sort of judgmental energy, okay, and which is hilarious. Immature judgments, I mean, come on now, it's so sad, but they happen, right? Regardless, they happen. So moving forward, you know, I do see beautiful energy coming in, like a touch the sky. You know, you have a very clear idea of what you're trying to do and what you are accomplishing here. You know, they say like the sky's the limit, right? But for you, it's like you can touch the sky, but you can just keep going from there, like above and beyond, up and above, away, right? So there's just like endless possibilities is kind of sort of what I am picking up on. But we do have some tight restrictions, fortunately, when it comes to like other people and places. Yeah, endless possibilities. You have the Magician card here, okay, using all of those elements at their disposal to manifest and make something true and reality, sort of. And the double-edged double-ended wand here, it kind of looks like a candlestick, but it's a wand. And it's when the magician brings the spiritual messages that and downloads that it's getting from, you know, like the spiritual world, you know, these other places, right, that our mind can go to, and it brings those in and makes them all make sense and create this magic and this wonder. And it's infinite possibilities. The magician has the infinite symbol above his head, so it's infinite possibilities here. You have the wheel of the year, all the elements connected into this wheel, or like this compass looking thing that's pointing you in the direction you need to go. And I feel like that direction has a lot to do with like keeping and maintaining your integrity and like how you see the world and how you view things, and not letting other people tell you, well, this is how I view the world and this is how I see it, so you automatically have to just fall in line. No, you don't. You don't have to do that. And then we have here the Four of Cups. Again, I feel like this is an immature masculine energy that is not, they're receiving emotional support, and then they're just like pouring it right back out. It's like in these other three cups, I think, are kind of sort of there, like observing it and wondering why. I mean, it's good to pour emotions into other people and in relationships, but sometimes if you're pouring like too much of your feelings and emotions without any type of like restraint or any type of like reasoning, it can be overload, right? It can be an overload of things. So there has to be some sort of balance. Again, you know, get the Two of Pentacles, right? That is the balance. That is the harmony here happening here. With the Magician card, again, the infinity symbol shows up again. Okay? This is like when you have abundance and then you don't have abundance. When you have abundance and then when you don't have abundance. It's a constant cycle, right? But this young individual here, this young man here, he is like, he's just like, he knows this, he's mastered this, he understands this. But there are so other trappy, like, trappy, trap, right? Like control, right? Eight of Swords, control, in front of the tower, the castle here. Okay, there is so many like control mechanisms that people have put in place around you, Cancer. That this is why you feel like tied up, right? You feel like you are stuck. You are tied to this. You are being controlled by this. You can't see any other way out. You can't get anywhere else. You can't grasp anything else. Your hands are tied. You have to deal with a situation that you don't, you know, is not fair, that it's put on you. Okay. Now, the reason why I think that you are dealing with this right now is because you have to learn to leave this behind, the Six of Swords. You have to venture out on your own. You have to take what you can deal with and leave with that. Okay. And you know, it's interesting because a description is like there's swords in the canoe, but like no water is like actually pouring out, right? And I feel like sometimes you feel stuck, but there's nothing happening. There's no resolve. Does the boat sink? Does the swords plug it up temporarily? Like, what is the deal here? So I think a lot of it has to do with you just realizing that like transforming your life and moving forward with your life is the best path forward for yourself. And it's an emotional journey. There's water here, so it's definitely emotional. But you're still like, I feel like you're able to untie yourself from this and you're able to say, you know what, like I dealt with this the best way I could, and I'm not going to hold any like judgment on it, whether I could have done better or worse. I'm not going to hold myself to that. And I think I just dealt with it the best I could, the best I knew how. And I'm going to move forward from there. And that's going to bring in this Knight of Pentacles, okay? That's going to bring in like a different side of you, okay? This transformation is going to change you. It's going to make you understand yourself better and know your value and your worth and what you're capable of. And it's going to take you to new places and new adventures. Yeah, I mean, there's still going to be the chaos, the Five of Wands. There's still going to be the little gremlins here, you know, lurking around in dark corners, trying to get a piece of you, okay? Trying to pick you apart. I almost feel like it's like they want to continuously, like, get your attention and pull you towards their toxic energies and their toxic ties to, like, maybe your past and like you before you were transformed. But I feel like Cancer, a lot of your transformation has to do with the fact that you see these immature behaviors, you see these chaotic energies happening, and you leave them behind and you turn into somebody different and better than when you started. And people are going to be jealous of that because they're still on like level 1 and you're on like level 10 or 20 or 30. And they're like, wow, how did Cancer get to level 10 so fast in this game of life? And the reason you got there so fast is because you trusted yourself, Hermit. Okay? And I feel like the red cloak and the little Red Riding Hood cloak, right, is, I do feel like this is a form of like a high priestess energy, but like not so outwardly like public about it. It's more of like, I know what I am and I know who I am, I know where I stand, and I can enter into the darkness and carry a light with me and solve a problem wherever I may go, right? Not everyone can do this. Some people never can get to that like sacred hermit mode energy, right? And not to say like completely isolate yourself off from people, but there is you know, the Wheel of Fortune, okay? Sometimes you can't let other people know what's going on with you because they are going to try to grasp everything you have and take everything from you. And they're going to try and do this through an emotional way, I feel like. And even through, I feel like a pentacle type of way, like a financial way, 3 of Pentacles, yeah. Okay, so you've got Three of Pentacles, you've got Ace of Wands, and even Four of Swords. It's again like this is the nature of somebody who is keeping an eye on you, but not in the way that you've asked or the way that you've said you like prefer to live your life. You know what I'm saying? And there's like daggers dangling above here. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna take a quick look here at this Four of Swords. Oh, that's not the right book. I didn't get this book. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, the Hermit. Got the Hermit. And we got the Four of Swords. Oh, we got the Ace of Wands here too. Yeah, that's an important one. So a lot of good type of, ignition. Yeah, lighting the match, getting things started. Tarot suits are unfolding story of progressing from the ace to the 10. Tarot aces sparkle with unique magic. Aces are the seed of their suit. The infinite possibilities of each suit exist inside the ace, just as everything you are, were, and will be is tucked inside of you. Understanding how the ace is a seed, like a flower, fruit, or vegetable seed, will help you interpret the ace when it appears in a reading in its true beginning. The Ace of Wands ignites the world of wands. A single spark can incite a scorching wildfire. A mysterious hand appears to clouds. Clouds appear on every ace because they are a threshold and entry point to reality. What was hidden is now visible. What was unseen is now seen. Aces reflect the gateway of manifestation. First there is nothing, then there is something. Aces reflect the beginning, the start. It is the birth of their suit. A bewitched hand holds a sparking ace. The hand is the symbol of human ingenuity and potential. Hands suggest invention, creativity, ability, and expression. Hands can be used lovingly to comfort another or oneself. Palms and fingers caress and nurture. Alternatively, hands can be used for violence and anger or even to kill. Hands remind us of how we handle things in life. They are used for communication via sign language. Hindu and Buddhist traditions make use of mudras, hand gestures, creating a specific energetic flow in the body. Interior thoughts move through our fingers when drawing, texting, and writing. The Ace of Wands asks you to consider how you are currently handling the Suit of Wands. How are you assessing the energy of passion and pulsates through you? Are you up to the challenge as a new cycle of excitement begins? Hindu tradition describes Kundalini, a serpent fire, as uncoiled, awakened energy. This fire energy is used for spiritual transformation. Are you ready and willing to let the energy of fire transform you? Inspiration strikes. A new cycle begins. Move energy forward into career and passionate pursuits. Great power lies within. Potency, strength. Go with your first impulse. Okay? But also be careful about people who are blinded by passion, distracting impulses, knocking other people's opinions, dampening others' excitement and enthusiasm, taking something you love and desire and burying it so deeply within yourself that it transforms you into a false version of yourself. Okay? And I feel like that's what you need to be careful of, because I feel like those judgments, those judgy energies projected onto you are trying to force you into someone you are not. And you have to keep being yourself. It's just like in your nature. It's just who you are. And the more you fight it, the more you're going to want it again. And it's going to just like explode, right? Into like this whole big, probably beautiful thing. But like you still need to sort of maintain that kind of sort of self-control, especially when people are projecting onto you. Now we have here the Three of Pentacles. Again, it's like the seeds here, okay? So I'm going to take a look here at the Three of Pentacles. The three reflects creation and expansion on the material level. Ingredients come together, words flow, the working structure appears, people appear synchronistically, the money required shows up, doors open in unexpected places, creativity feels effortless, you move faster and farther with less effort, spatial relations and objects can be manipulated and arranged to aid the flow of energy. It is quite possible to clear space in the material world to make space for new possibilities in the energetic world. Shadow. Preoccupation with space can turn into obsessive compulsive behavior. The need to control things, people, and creative flow. That's what's happening. People are judging you on your creative flow and how you express yourself creatively. I messed that word up, but anyways, creatively. There we go. And that is like really like dampening your spirits and hurting you, because it's like you are so beautiful and wonderful, Cancer, and like people are like, just stop doing that, just stop being yourself, just stop being yourself. And it's like, what okay. So then we have the Four of Swords here. Okay, so that's that energy where I think you just need to be careful of like, especially masculine energy coming in and trying to like destroy your feminine energy, because you know masculines be like all up in our business, Cancers, trying to destroy our feminine expression. So yeah, let's see, swords. Okay, meaning a need for new stories, narratives, and unique ideas. See? Yeah. Balance and logical thoughts. Rest with a plan for action. Just when everything is settled, something comes along to provoke you in new and interesting ways. Trust what you know instead of what you see. Shadow. What happens when we realize the bedrock of personal stories and agreed upon narratives no longer work? Will you cling to outdated mythology because it's comfortable, or will you pick up all available tools and move boldly into a future of your own making? So many of the stories we were told belong to an older generation with their own unique needs and circumstances. Evolving consciousness invites fresh perspectives. What do you still believe? What needs to change? So, I mean, that's kind of the truth, right? It's like, yeah, it's like you don't want to have to deal with old ideologies, old ways of thinking. Like people used to think like, you know, you do well in school, you go to college, you get a good job, and you'll be set for the rest of your life. You'll be happy, you'll be content, everything will work out accordingly. That's not really the case, is it? Because you're not thinking of this person as like a whole person. You're thinking of them as somebody who just needs to do like what the status quo is, what the government set up, right? So there's all these different things, but basically at the end of the day, trust your inner voice, hear the inner whisper speaking truth in your ears, know what you know, react accordingly, and sleep well. Okay, and just be, as far as like love is concerned, just be cautious of even just family members trying to like tell you how to live your life and try to block you creatively. The same goes for like partners and stuff like that. Okay. Yes, sweetie. Love and light always. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.